Attention! Listen up! The biggest mistake Yuktabania has made in their blitz attack is that it had failed to sink any of our aircraft carriers. We'll evacuate all intact carriers to our inland sea, then use them as a base to rebuild our counter-strike force. You've been called to service on a very important operation, people. Keep that in mind out there.
Today at 1500 hours, 3 carriers from the 3rd Ocean Naval Fleet will rendezvous at Eglin Straits. These carriers are the Vulture, the Buzzard, and the Kestrel, which has successfully escaped from Port St. Hewlett, thanks to your help. Your mission is to coordinate with the Kestrel and provide top cover for all carriers during the rendezvous. Should you encounter enemy attack, defend the 3 carriers at all costs. The situation is fluid, so be sure to choose an aircraft with good defensive capability against both air and ground-based threats.
Oh, it's been a while since I've had to do this.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Oh, how do I change the color on these damn things?
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use?
So, we're going up in this formation?
There we go. That's how you do it. It's been a while.
We're launching with this formation then?
Yep, let's go.
War Dog, launch. It was nothing. Easiest mission in the world. That's what it was supposed to be. It wasn't just us, but everyone they could get their hands on. General mobilization. Our planes filled the sky like a huge aluminum cloud. There was no way the enemy could attack. The Queens of the Ocean made it to the inland sea. We've got it made in the shade now.
This is Thunderhead. We've arrived outside the range of enemy attack. Permission granted to return to your assigned bases in sequence. Aircraft may refuel for the return trip if required. Hold above the carrier for the tanker aircraft.
Everyone's starting to leave. Can we go yet?
War Dog Squadron, I told you to wait for the tanker plane above the carrier.
I swear, man. Hey, what is that? Is my radar on the fritz?
It's showing up on mine too.
Where'd it come from? How come the morons at Thunder Blockhead didn't notice it? Yo, kid!
You have to call it Captain now.
Yeah. Hey, you think we ought to report this?
Enemy approaching! All units, return to your combat air patrol stations. Protect the carriers! We have 3 carriers. Let them sink either one.
Chopper engaging. Archer engaging.
Edge engaging.
Can we jettison our anti-ship missiles to turn and burn when the enemy escort fighters?
Negative. The attack on the fleet takes top priority. We can't take off. Shoot down those enemy planes for me.
Okay, I'm coming. Hold on.
Hurry and launch the carrier jets.
Don't repeat the mistakes we made last time.
Visibility is poor. It's the perfect time and place for a surprise attack. Yeah, can't help but feel like everything's working against us.
Come on, I can do this. I've been through a real battle before.
I won't let them sink a single carrier.
They're approaching from the south, too.
I see them. Going to intercept.
Enemy plane shot down by Blaze. How did the enemy know when to attack?
Something strange here, but I'm not sure what.
Target is still intact. Full speed ahead. Leave the area at once. Approaching gun range. That's a kill.
Where could they have flown from?
Mark 2.
They're too far! We can't make it!
We're in trouble if the enemy has anti-ship missiles.
Mark 1.
Shoot them down before they launch any missiles!
Ah, shit.
All aircraft disperse and proceed to your targets.
The captain's hurt! Where are the medics? This is a narrow channel. We can only move straight ahead.
Full speed ahead. Rendezvous with the remaining 2 carriers ASAP.
Carrier aircraft are airborne.
All right, I'm airborne. Come up and get me.
Oh, they're finally here. What took you guys so long?
All personnel to battle stations.
Captain Snow, you're responsible for the air defense effort. Roger, Captain. I won't let you down. All right, gentlemen. It's time to clean house. Mitch, give me the enemy's position and their number. Unknown. We're not sure of the situation ourselves.
Oh, I hit him.
Check on the target. Target confirmed. I'm going in. Hey, come on. We need some air support here.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
Gun range.
Hold your fire until the enemy's within range.
We have
And
to protect
dead.
the carrier no matter what.
Oh, shit.
Good kill.
Release rope.
One of our planes just went down.
Nice job, not somebody.
Enemy plane has been down.
Be on the lookout and climb to higher altitude.
Roger.
Let me know if you see anything.
Multiple bandits on radar. Heads up. They're carrying long-range anti-ship missiles. Do not allow them to get in range. Fly out to intercept.
Yeah, it seems some of these guys are packing anti-ship missiles. Can you see any? We can't let them get near the ships. If we find any, we'll go after it.
Enemy fighters closing in on carrier.
If we're attacked here, we're toast. Call for reinforcements.
Warning. Enemy fighters within range to fire anti-ship missiles. Defend the carrier.
This is the aircraft carrier, Vulture. Missile strike off our bow. Severe shockwaves. We'll take care of them ourselves.
Kid,
Fuck
you
did I
got a
miss
special
that?
weapons ammo?
Shack on the target.
Roger that.
Wrong here.
Fox 2! Shack on the target. All enemy attack planes confirmed destroyed. Area sanitized. Nice work, War-Dog. War-Dog, your air defense mission is complete. Hold for the tanker aircraft above the Kestrel.
Ballistic missile incoming. A ballistic missile? Where'd they launch that from?
Hey, what's that?
I've been hit. I'm on the guy in my six. It's no good. Allied squadron wiped out. What happened? The carrier's hit. It's too late.
Someone! Anyone! What's happening?
I don't know. Everything below 5,000 feet was just annihilated. Second missile incoming. Damn it. Listen up. If you want to survive, then climb above 5,000 feet before that thing hits. All units, move it. Kestrel, evasive action.
What are we gonna do, kid? I'll follow you.
Roger.
Roger.
Just climb. Currently at 3,000 feet.
Are they sure it's 5,000 feet?
Be safe even if we climb.
This is Archer. Roger. I'll follow you, Captain.
Hurry up and climb.
People are spilling off the decks.
There goes another ship.
I can't get any more out of my engine.
10 seconds to next impact. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
Oh no! Another one! The Vulture took her through a camp! She's sinking!
How could this happen to a fleet?
Heavy damage! All hands! Abandoned ship! What the hell was that attack? It was like molten steel raining down on us! What's going on? Somebody tell me! How did we come to this? This is the Kestrel. All surviving aircraft. Respond.
This is Swordsman. I managed to stay alive. Looks like the War-Dog squad made it too.
Two aircraft carriers lost. I can't believe this is all that's left of our force.
We don't have enough fuel to get back to base either.
War-Dog Squadron, we can't get a tanker aircraft over to you. Proceed northeast to Higher-Lark Base, land and refuel.
Hey, kid! You really should start calling him Captain.
Forget it. If he's a captain, then I want him to start trash talking like a captain. Man, I'm missing that voice real bad now.
He's got us back alive from battle for the second time. As far as I'm concerned, he's our captain now.
That's right. And I'll never lose my lead plane again. No matter what.
The enemy attack squadron has withdrawn from the area. The aircraft carriers Vulture and Buzzard were sunk by a powerful burst missile attack. According to hydrophone data analysis, we have determined that the attack was carried out by the Sinfaxi, a Yuktobanian underwater attack carrier. The specs of this ship are unknown, but its existence confirms that the advanced shipbuilding efforts of the Yuktobanians have been going on unabated since the previous war. The Sinfaxi is a serious threat to our objectives. Emergency transmission from Central. Our army has decided to deploy the military power of the Whalebird to neutralize the grave threat posed by this new enemy submarine.
Ooh. Something a little different.
We set off for
In
the
case I don't
northern
miss a
region to
cutscene.
refuel. This place is paradise compared to what's further ahead. Beyond our destination lies the closed gate to Nord Belka. 15 years ago, the Belkans set off 7 nuclear bombs there to stave off the advancing Allied forces, entombing themselves in the frozen valleys to the north. That bit of history should have been enough of a lesson for us all. The 7 Belkan cities near the gate were vaporized, and the local area is still highly radioactive. Our landing point was in the state of North Ossia, formerly a haven for Belkans, but now entrusted to Ossia. If you refer to it by that name in front of the local, we'll put a scowl on his face and tell you that this is South Belka. Higher Lark meant a lot to us. Our flight training took place here on this airfield. On the base, we were surrounded by junior cadets, eager to hear war stories. The newspaper article about us, written by that journalist Jeanette, made it here faster than we did. Somewhere along the line, we had become the most experienced pilots in the entire world. Us, Captain Horowitz Nuggets. We were directed to take these inexperienced pilots back with us to Sand Island when we returned.
Man, we better thank Pops for this. Why that? Because he's the guy who pounded basic fighter maneuvers into us. Now we can lord it over all these guys.
You said it. These pilots had only a tenuous grasp of flying, much less mid-air refueling, so we had to land at every base along the way. Can't believe we have to send them off to guard the western coastline.
An SSTO craft launch facility lies to the east of our current location, McNeely Air Force Base. The facility was a collaborative project between Ossia and Yuktobania. It was built to be a bridge to outer space, with a mass driver 7.5 miles in length. Our radar has detected several planes from a Yuktobanian squadron approaching the facility from several directions. The facility is currently conducting pre-launch operations for an SSTO craft. The base commander will provide you with further orders.
So what I'm going to start doing now is check the briefing for the next mission before I end the video, because I don't want to take a chance of missing a cutscene. We did miss one, but it was just Jeanette getting his camera taken away from him and just more talking based on a little bit of lore. Didn't miss much. So I'm going to start doing this a bit more, pretty much going through the objectives, and then I'm going to revisit them.
This is the commander of McNeely Air Force Base. All units, including those refueling at this base, are now under my command. Engage the incoming enemy. All untrained pilots are barred from taking off. Those guys are still kids.
Hey, can't do, okay.
10 minutes to launch. Commencing countdown.
I remember this space center well. The mass driver was built by Ossia and Yuktobania as part of their collaborative efforts to construct an international space station. Our anti-war president used the surplus funds that came from cutting the defense budget to build it.
Is that the Whalebird?
Yep.
The Whalebird, A white bird built as the first step toward the realization of the space station project. Now it's left its orbit and is just low enough to graze the atmosphere. It's coming down to pick up the laser cannon they're about to launch. They were building a bridge of peace that would span into outer space. Not anymore. The machinery meant for this peaceful mission was about to be used for our counterattack.
Hey, listen.
Yes?
Isn't that thing supposed to work like a satellite? Why'd it climb down all this way?
It's a maneuverable orbiting spacecraft.
I know that. I'm just saying, if the system uses atmospheric friction to change its orbit, then wouldn't that make it pretty hard to defend itself?
I guess it'd be in trouble if someone started firing at it right now.
Yeah, so shouldn't it be higher up then?
Continue countdown. 3 minutes to launch. Hold the count.
And that's where we're going to have to cut this one here because I didn't think it was going to launch me straight into a mission. So, y'all take it easy and stay safe.